On first down, here comes this offense. To the air, it's Jordan. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Gordon. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And stampeding through the defense. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
They have sequenced these plays beautifully. It's now 1st and 10 from the 46. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. The give to the back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The give to the tailback. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That is the score. Miami 7, SMU 0.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So SMU's offense will go to work for the first time. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
Caught in the backfield, it's Waters. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
And here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Fields. Might be looking to run. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. On target to the left. At the 35, he's got room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The play action fake. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 16, SMU 0.
And the Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possession.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on second down from the 5. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. Busts through behind his pad. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to pass, it's Jordan. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They are going back to the ground. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the stomping has commenced.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone of the field trains. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
SMU 0.
About to kick it away. away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Snagged in the middle. It's Waters. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. On the run, it's Gordon. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the finish.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami 23, SMU 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Let's go.
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And that is no good. And the missed field goal leaves the lead at 23. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's knocked down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do that.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those.
Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Fields. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.